The following 3 participants are in the conference.
AV room. Steve Moss.
Hildy Angus.
Okay, good. They're there.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. This is the Mohave County Housing Authority Board of Directors meeting. Today is July the 5th, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I know we don't normally, but it's the 4th of July weekend.
Makes sense.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have the clerk of the board do a roll call, please.
Sally Deal.
Here.
Jean Bishop.
Here.
Gary Watson.
Present.
Buster Johnson.
Here.
Steve Moss.
Here.
Hildy Angus.
Here.
Okay, thank you. We do have a quorum this morning, and we're going to start out with the discussion of possible action for the approval of the April 4th, 2016 meeting minutes. So I'll entertain for a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Have a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Going on, we have discussion of possible action. Ray, accept the resignation of Director Rand Barta.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Okay, motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries, and we thank Director Rand for his service.
Madam Chairman, we're also going to try to get a replacement for him, so hopefully in the next meeting you will have a replacement.
Okay, very good. Do we have a director's report this morning?
Yes, Madam Chairman, and members of the board. There's only 2 items I want to report to the directors at this time. As you probably know, the housing specialist position in Lake Havasu has not been funded by the city of Lake Havasu. We only have a partial funding for that position. So we've looked for grants and general fund and other sources of revenues for the position. And at this time, we're going to move the position in Bullhead City. We found a few grants that hopefully would supplement that. She'll be working with those grants, but also would serve Steel Lake Havasu. We have decided that a person, Tony Ambrose, who is our housing specialist, will be traveling to Lake Havasu hopefully once a week. Once a week to serve the people there and to serve our clients in Lake Havasu City. It should not be a problem still to continue to serve the people. The only inconvenience probably is not having the housing specialist full-time in the city of Lake Havasu. But we will continue to serve the people in Lake Havasu.
Okay, good report.
And the other report I'd like to present is that, as you probably know, we've had the VASH voucher app program, and we started with 25. This is housing for our veterans. And on April 19, we received an invitation to actually apply for 20 more, and we got funded. So we have an incremental of $98,160 added to our budget for the VASH program. Currently, with that, we have 111 families being assisted by the VASH program at this time.
Great, thank you very much. Going on to the public hearing. I'll open the public hearing for comments on revisions of MCHA's administrative plan. Does anybody have anything on that? Okay, seeing none, and there's no one in the audience, I'll close the open meeting and go on to the next item. Discussion of possible action, approval of the revision to the following sections of MCHA's administrative plan.
Dave?
Hey, Madam Chair, I can give you a little background on these changes if you wish.
Okay, thank you.
These are all mandatory changes that we are required to do per HUD. They published a notice, it's called 2016-05, in which they outlined the method that we have to follow and these changes. And the first change regards income targeting requirement. This is a program requirement in which 75% of all new applicants or enrollees in the Section 8 program have to be under 30% of the HUD area median income. That's been there since 1998. However, they did change the definition of extremely low-income families to add the higher of 30% of the HUD area median income or 100% of the poverty level. This is a good change because, especially as we go up in family size, that poverty level is very low, and making this change will allow more people, more working families to participate in the program particularly. The second change is regarding what's called the earned income disregard, and this is a program requirement in which people who are disabled that return to go back to work or go to work, they have their income count. We don't count their income for the first 2 years, and so this change actually changes it to 24 months maximum for new enrollees from the previous 48-month maximum to receive this disregard. So it's always been 2 years. However, the regulation was kind of difficult to implement because they made the Housing Authority track starts and stops of people's employment within a 48-month period. So they changed that, and they said it's just going to be a straight 24 months that we will disregard their income. The third change is regarding student financial assistance, and it adds the mandatory fees and charges as a part of financial assistance, which is considered excluded income. We've always excluded tuition, but HUD changed the definition now to exclude mandatory fees, which have gone up in recent years, so that's a good change. Change number 4 is utility allowances will now be based on the lesser of the voucher size or the bedroom size of the unit selected. This is a change in regulation, which makes sense as far as saving the program money. The current regulation before this change was instituted said that if a person rented a unit that was larger than their voucher size, they would get the utility allowance based on the size of the unit. So if they had a 1-bedroom voucher, they could rent a 3-bedroom unit, and they would get a utility allowance based on that 3-bedroom unit, as long as the total rent and the utility allowance was under the payment standard. But HUD changed that now, and so now it's either the lower of the unit size or the voucher size. So that will save the program money. The change on Social Security numbers basically gives applicants with children under 6 years of age are given the same opportunity to receive an extension of time to provide verification of Social Security numbers as program participants. They basically have 90 days to get those Social Security cards and numbers, or we can actually extend that for another 90 days. And so that's the same applicants will be treated the same way as program participants. Prior to that, we couldn't enroll somebody if they didn't have a Social Security number assigned and verification of that. And then the last change is, once again, just a different part of the administrative plan, which talks about mandatory fees and charges as a part of financial assistance, which is considered excluded income, once again, for student fees and other charges. And that's basically it.
Okay, thank you very much. It should be noted there's no one in the audience, so we will not have a call to the public since there's no public here. And go on to announcements. Is there anyone that has any announcements, starting with Supervisor Johnson?
None, Madam Chair.
Okay. Supervisor Watson?
Was there any action required for these changes?
Madam Chairman, yes, we need to have a motion to approve the revisions that were discussed so that it will be implemented.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion then.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the revision in the sections of in the administrative plan.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay. So that was unanimous approval. Thank you, and I apologize for that oversight. And then going back to announcements, did you have anything, Supervisor Watson, on there?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay, Supervisor Angus?
Nothing this morning. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Supervisor Moss?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay, Director Duranzo?
This is my last meeting as a executive director for the Mohave County Housing Authority. I'd like to thank the members of the board for all the years I've worked with you as executive director for this board. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. It's been a real privilege working with you, and you definitely are going to be missed very, very much, and I hope you visit often. Sorry to see you go, seriously. Mr. Wood, do you have anything?
No.
And Miss Sally? All righty, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
I'll second it. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.